What is up, everybody? My name is Whooped. This is Film Study Coaching, where I go over replays that you guys send me. We're going to be reviewing Zerg's replay today. He tagged me in the official Discord, and he wants me to take a look at why he lost. And in particular, he seems to struggle against Elite Specialist a little bit. Anything but Marksman here I think you take. I think would be acceptable. I like Fortified, personally, but not everybody likes Tarantulas. Yeah, so you took Farseer? Yeah, I think that's good. I think this is a good choice. Your opponent is Elite Specialist, of course. Alright, so I like your initial placement. I think that's fantastic. And I also like that you put down Fangs. Fangs into crawlers aren't the best, especially level 2 crawlers. But I think they synergize with your composition a little bit better than crawlers would. Nice. Perfect. Good solid win. And if I'm you, I'm thinking my opponent's going to go Sabretooth. I'm going to take the Sabretooth if I was you. You chose the Mustangs. Okay. And your opponent went Rhino. See, I think that was a missed opportunity for your opponent. I think if he went Sabretooth, he's going to accomplish the same thing, but he's going to do so much better into your storms. Like, he could have plopped down a level 2 Sabretooth, you know, 2 of them this round. He's going to kill you this round regardless, and he has the anti-missile for the future. So I think you dodged a bullet there for sure. He does not have armor enhancement on his Tarantulas, so that is good, you know, Mustang wise, but still they're going to be level 2. They're a lot of HP. If I'm your opponent, I'm taking heavy armor, and 100% I'm putting it on one of the Rhinos. 100% you got to put it on one of the Rhinos. He skipped. That's a major, major mistake. And you put heavy armor Mustangs. So is your plan Mustang carry? You drop down 2 more crawlers. Okay. And a Farseer. All right. You know, I would have sold the first one. So instead of dropping down a second one, then you just sell the first one, right? So you spend 100. So it'd be minus 100 for the ability to sell, but then you get 300 back. So you're positive 200 that you could put somewhere else. You know what I mean? And so you sell the Farseer and you have it unlocked. And so if you need to go back to it in the future, perfect. You already have it unlocked. I do like the fact that you're building out your board though. That's, you know, fantastic. I don't like the direction it's headed though, because you don't have any threat to his units. You can't kill the Tarantulas, you can't kill the Rhino outside of your Stormcallers. But he's getting to you so fast you don't have time to kill his stuff, you know? Your opponent skipped again? What did you do? Did you skip? Okay, I like the fact that you're building out your Stormcallers. I think that absolutely is the right direction to go. Okay, the problem with Radar, I don't think it's a bad tech in and of itself, but the issue here is he's getting to you so fast with these Rhinos. The extra range isn't really going to do anything, right? And he teched Whirlwind. That is not good for you. So the range of your Farseers for this little time isn't really beneficial right now. Like, those supplies could be used elsewhere, you know? Because you have the answer in your Stormcallers. You just have to give them time. Okay, so you went Sabretooth, which is fantastic. Wait. Wait, what? You sold it? Oh, no. He sold his too? Oh my gosh. Okay. But I'm going to show you what you could have done with the Saber. I'm guessing the Saber would have absolutely wrecked. I don't think it's bad to go into melters overall though. I would still say your decision to go into melters is a good choice. Right now, you're kind of in a really tricky spot. You're not going to win this round, but you set yourself up for the future better by doing that, I think. All right, let's see. You took enhancement module. Okay. And you put it on your Mustangs. Okay. Adding more melters. I respect that. I think you need EMP on your Stormcallers. Like, it's about time you get that. It's going to stop him from, you know, whirlwinding your chaff. And it's going to stop his Tarantulas from having range. If you're going to put equipment on your Mustangs, they have to be your carries, essentially. Like, you have to level them up. They need range, minimum. And you're going to want to also go into attack enhancement if you want carry Mustangs. Okay. Nice round. So this is what I would do. I would take enhancement module, and then I would give it to one of the melters, probably this one. Okay, I'd level them up for free. Then I would sell them. We'd pocket that 200. And then I would take the enhancement module, throw it on this smelter, level them up for free, and then we'd place a new one in this spot right here. And then you get a pocket 200 supplies for free because you got 400 supplies for the cost of 200. So yeah, that's what I want to see you do. Your opponent skipped again. That's such a mistake. Every round, he's just skipping. I don't understand it. Oh my gosh, did you get... Bro, you can't give it to your Mustangs. These are not your carries. Your Mustangs are not your win condition. I do like the fact you give them range. You know, I'll give you an A for that, but your win condition is your melters, right? It's your melters supported by your Stormcallers that should have EMP. That's your win condition right now. It's not Mustangs. I'm fine with you having some Mustangs, but they do not need to have the equipment. The equipment here does not need to be on them. It needs to be on your win condition. You know what I mean? And I'd really like to see you get EMP on your Stormcallers. Even Incendiary Bomb, something. You have 4 of them, you know, put them to use. They're not going to give you the damage. They're not leveled. So you're not using them as a carry. Use them as utility. Yeah, that's just not good. Yeah, I think this was absolutely winnable. Oh man, you barely lost 264. So I absolutely see your thought process with the melters. I think that's a solid choice. Like, I don't think that's a bad choice or anything. You know, those equipment, those supplies, everything like that would have been much better into your melters and your Stormcallers. You know, you could still have Mustangs with range in the back, but they don't need to have the equipment. You know what I mean? And if you are going to go carry Mustang, then you're going to want to also upgrade attack enhancement, and you're going to want to get AP bullets. The other thing about that is you could have used the enhancement module to get so many supplies for yourself just by putting it on the unit and then selling the unit and then replacing the unit. Or you could have just put it on your melters and leveled them up, and you still would have came out positive on supplies. And then I would have sold the Farseer in the beginning, because throwing down another one just put you further in the rabbit hole. So, you know, that's 800 supplies that were essentially wasted with Farseers. Like, I'm not saying it's wasted in the sense that it literally had no benefit, but it's wasted in the sense that the 800 supplies could have been much more beneficial elsewhere. All right, so now I'm going to go back and take over a couple different rounds where I think you could have done things differently. So the downside of Elite is that your units cost more, so you have less financial freedom. On the flip side of that, you have more financial freedom because your units don't cost as much. Now his units will be stronger because they'll start at level 2, but you can have more of them, and that's how you attack him. You spread him thin. And so what you want to do with Elite is hit him at multiple points with multiple things. Your Stormcallers is a perfect thing because it forces him to get anti-missile, right? That's what he should get if these became a problem. Now, if you went something like Air, it forces him to get Mustangs or even Marksmen, right? Because he has to counter your air. Each Tarantula is 300, each Rhino is 300, and he doesn't have any anti-air. And so knowing that, you have to put a lot of pressure on him. Now, the way Elite is going to win is they out-tempo you, just like that he bulldozed you. That's how Elite wins. If the game went any longer, you're probably going to have the advantage because you had a lot of melters. And so once you stop him from being able to penetrate you like that, then it's a wrap. You know, it's GG, you win. Okay, so here's how I'd approach round 3. I would take heavy armor. I would sell the Farseer because it's not going to help you at all in this board right now. You still have it unlocked, so if you ever need it, you can always drop it. But I would sell it and get that 300, which would be 200 because you have to, you have to buy it from the tower to sell it. And then I would place down 2 wasps right here. Right? And you could even throw down 2 wasps and start building out your board more with Stormcallers. So 2 wasps and Stormcallers. Now, all your ground stuff's going to die, but you're going to win the round with the wasps. He has nothing to counter it. You'll win by 400. Perfect. So you save some HP and you take away some of his HP. Okay. Now, so you have the 2 wasps over here. How's he going to respond? He only has a couple ways he can respond. So by you hitting him from the flank like this, especially with air, you're making him respond to it. You're forcing him to respond to it. He can't continue to attack you from the front as hard because he's forced to deal with his flanks. You know what I mean? That's how you stop Elite. And that means he's also not going to get whirlwind, which put a tremendous amount of pressure on you. And so knowing that he's going to respond with Fangs, Mustangs, or Sentry Missile, what do? So the next round, you sell one of your wasps, and then you throw down a Wraith instead. And then you throw down another Wraith and another Wraith over here. So now you have 3 Wraiths. And so you're going to win the round. And if he puts down Mustangs, your race will destroy his Mustangs. But you'd absolutely win the round. 100%. And the momentum's in your favor. Oh, and by the way, he has a whole nother threat that he has to respond to. He's going to have to go into what? Marksman or Phoenix? Or Melters? But he's not going to do Melters because he's Elite. That's way too expensive. So he's going to go into Marksman, right? Or Phoenix. Alright, so I'll take heavy armor. I'm going to get field recovery. I'm going to sell. I'm going to unlock 2 things of wasps. I'm going to give one of them armor just for S&Gs. So you do this, I would unlock mass recruitment and I would start to build out my board even more. You're going to lose the ground game for sure. 100% you're going to lose the ground game, so these will die. However, you're building for the future, right? And so this is what I'll do. And then remember, next round he gets Whirlwind. Guarantee you he's not going to get Whirlwind anymore, which is just going to mean your setup even better. And then let's say he does respond with Tarantula anti-air. Perfect. And you're just going to absolutely destroy him otherwise. Because that's way too many supplies into way too few units. Okay, now in round 4, you have your wasps, right? You have your wasps over here and over here. Then you sell one of them. It's for the extra 200, and then you place down a Wraith wherever you sold it. So if you want to sell the one that had the armor, you could just sell the one that had the armor, place down the Wraith, give the Wraith the armor. And now, whatever his like Fang response, because it probably would be Fangs. He would probably throw down Fangs really close to this to kill it. That would be his response, I'm guessing. And if you threw down Wraith, you're going to absolutely destroy that. So then he's going to have to respond to the Wraith, and the Fangs are a waste because the Fangs are just going to give you XP. Yeah, so I think that's the way I would have approached this. personally. All right, so now I'm going to take over the round that you had the Sabertooth. You know, I'm putting him on the left side because his main threat is that level 3 Rhino. Now, I'm going to give my Stormcaller's EMP. And I'm going to sell, and this is very unfortunate, but I think it's necessary. I know you teched into it, so I hate doing it. But imagine if you never did it in the first place. So you sold this one initially, right? And then you never built this one, and you never teched into it. Like, that's a lot of supplies that you could have, you know, put elsewhere. So anyway. So we're going to put this Sabertooth down. We're going to give your Mustangs range. And we're going to pay the elite recruitment. And we're going to drop a level 2 Sabertooth on this side. And we're going to get double shot. Double shot is important. So that should be like the first thing that you do, because you need double shot on the Sabertooths. Okay. This one especially. And so our goal here is to slow down his progress with the EMP so that our tanks can take him out. And then we gave our Mustangs range so that they live longer. And they can take out threats. Like, he puts down air. We don't know he has air, but we know he has something. And we want our Mustangs in the back. We don't want our Mustangs in the front. Even though they're running up right now. Yeah, we want our tanks to go in front of our Mustangs, not the other way around. Because they're tanky themselves. They can handle some damage. Boom, his Rhino's dead. Look at how effective EMP is. Like, that's absolutely crazy. And the Mustangs staying back are helping with the chaff clear. Yeah, this is nuts. Watch how fast he kills that. That's incredible. So you went from 1,000 loss to almost a 1,300 win. You know what I mean? Like, that's a 2,300 difference right there. Now I'm going to take over round 7. Because I think you had the win. Even though I don't think the game was played super efficiently up to this point. Alright, I'm going to get enhancement module just like you did. I'm going to put it on this bad boy. I'm going to promote him. And then I'm going to sell him. I'm going to put the enhancement module on this one. Promote him. And then I'm going to borrow. Pay the range tax. Okay. I'm going to get oil. In the center. Now, it's okay if it's close to your guys. Your guys are going to die anyway. I'll put crawlers here because I want them to converge in the middle. And if you really wanted to, you could even spend money on a mobile beacon, excuse me, to tell them to come back. Like this. And then we're going to give your Mustangs range. We're going to give your Stormcaller's incendiary bomb. Let's go ahead and drop the other melting point back. And then we'll go ahead and, instead of shielding up, let's sentry up to help get rid of these chaff that come through. Like that. And there we go. No. There you are. That was a kill shot. Over 2,000. And he even got, you know, our tower. We could have, in order to play that better, instead of putting the sentry missile here, if I would have placed it here so that it kills these guys, then these would have pushed up faster and they wouldn't have put as much pressure on the right side. So we would have won even more. you know, had I placed this sentry missile better. So overall, man, I think you did a good job. It's very winnable. Anytime you're going against elite, just try to apply as much pressure from different angles as possible. You don't have to super commit to it. You could sell it in the very next round, but you're just trying to get your opponent to respond to it so that he's not putting super pressure on you. If you have a replay that you want me to review, tag me in the official Discord, let me know your MMR, and also you can submit a form that's found in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing. I'm Whooped. Thanks for watching.
This is Mechabellum, and it's going down. Whooped, got it.